As a person who was born in the early 2000s, I've got to say that we grew up with a lot of great things. And I think personally, that was the best time period for any kid to grow up. We were right there in the middle of being able to play video games, but also be able to go outside, go to the park, go to the pool, hang out with friends at the mall after school. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Kids nowadays, all of them are on TikTok playing Roblox or whatever. None of them really get to go outside and get that face to face interaction with their friends. But today we are here with a nostalgic 2000s tier list, and I'm going to be basically ranking all these different things and how they affected my childhood growing up. And starting off with number one, we've got the pillow pet. Now, I never got to feel the warmth and softness of a dog pillow pet, but just because the jingles were super catchy, I'm gonna go ahead and put that bad boy in good memories. The jingles were catchy. I could sing it right now for you, but I'm not going to. Next up, we got Legos, and I'm gonna put Legos in great memories. There were a lot of cool Legos I had. But see, the thing was, is I never put the Legos together. My mom was the one who did that, bless her heart. And even on top of that, I was more of an action figures, Bionicles kind of guy. So, still, great memories. They had the video games for Star Wars that I played, but just not enough to really scream childhood. Pixar movies. I think Toy Story might be a Pixar movie as well, but I'm not too certain on that, so I won't even say anything. We're going to include Wall-E, Cars, Monsters Inc. Nowadays, I think these movies are super fantastic. As a kid, I never really watched them. I was more into older stuff, teenage stuff like South Park, Family Guy, those kinds of things. I wasn't really into the kids' movies, and the only kid stuff I was really into was Nickelodeon, right? SpongeBob. Those were cool. These Pixar movies, not so much. But still, for the memories, I'll put those bad boys in a solid good memories. The Furby, I never touched. Commercials were on, never had any interest. Couple of girls would show up to school with some of these, and they look kind of cool. I think they lit up here and there, but no, I never knew any of these, so this is going up in this section. The Lunchable is going to be the first childhood we for sure put on here. This flavor was acceptable. Of course, it came with no juice packet or no candy, so that kind of sucked. But if you got the upgraded version, they would put chocolate frosting on one of the pizza doughs, and then you could put the little candies on top of it too, and it came with a drink. That one was really good. And if you didn't have that, you could always go with the turkey on the Ritz cracker with the Oreos. That one came with a pretty solid Capri Sun too. This is definitely going childhood. Pokemon, again, this is going childhood. And it's going to go out in front. I probably had 300 Pokemon cards. And for me, it wasn't even about playing the game. I can't even tell you on one hand how many times I played a Pokemon actually for the purpose of the game. I just collected the coolest looking cards and the cards with the highest HP. And for me, that was all that I really needed. Plus, they had the TV shows in the early mornings before going to school on Cartoon Network. Definitely going childhood for sure. Next up, we've got Webkins. I'm gonna put this in a solid good memories as well. A lot of girls in my class would have these back in like second and third grade. Super soft, super cuddly. I was never gonna buy myself a panda or a bunny or a fox Webkins. That wasn't my cup of tea. But just knowing that these girls had them and them just being around kind of brings me back to my young days. And so it's going good memories. So Skechers, off the top, I think I'm gonna say good. I'm gonna say great memories. I don't know if it screams childhood, but I'm gonna go ahead. You know what? Ooh, boy. Ooh, I'm kind of perplexed. I'll put it top of great memories. Of course, the bad boys lit up. They were super cool. I'd run around at recess. My feet would be lighting up. Everybody would be jealous. That's just how I rolled. But yeah, man, Skechers were super cool back in the day. Now, if you wear them in your 20s, you look like an old guy. But, you know what I'm saying? I wish it was super cool to walk around with glowing lights. When you hit high school, that's done. You can't wear glowing anything or you can get flamed. So I'm gonna put this at great memories. High C Orange Lava Burst. Not as good as Lunchable, but it still screams childhood. If I see these in the store, I might mess around and buy a pack. If they're selling it at McDonald's, it's the first drink I'm getting. Forget the Sprite. McDonald's got some good Sprite, but this drink right here absolutely made my childhood. You used to get them in the little box cartridges. Super good, man. I used to get them with my lunches. or just after school snack, whatever it was. But this is probably the best juice I had as a kid, so it's going right there. Now we've got MySpace. MySpace wasn't really my cup of tea. I was born early 2000s, like I said. And I was more of a Facebook guy. By the time I got like 11, 12 years old, I was able to get a Facebook, even though I wasn't 13. Shh, don't tell the government. But yeah, I was more Facebook, Instagram. MySpace wasn't really my time. So I don't even know what MySpace's front page looks like. I'm going to put that here. All right, we got the silly bands. The silly bands are for sure going childhood. And what sucks is I think these were only popular for maybe a year. This is the one hit wonder of elementary school. When silly bands were here, they were here, boy. I used to go to school. I used to trade for silly bands. They had all the different animals, the different logos or whatever. And then I remember my personal favorite. They had this Looney Tunes pack with silly bands in them. Boy, I had this Marvin the Martian. I Boy, you couldn't get that thing off my wrist. I love silly bands. Definitely going childhood. All right, next up we've got Smosh, YouTube, just YouTube in general. Like what am I even saying? Definitely top of childhood for sure. Looking at some of these creators now, obviously they're kind of cringe. Like nobody's really watching Hey It's Fred no more. You just had to be there, right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got Skibbity Toilet now, but we had Fred and Annoying Orange. Smosh was super cool though. I'm not gonna lie. Smosh was super dope. Shane Dawson was cool until, I'm not gonna speak on it, but yeah, definitely. YouTube made my childhood. I love Markiplier. That was a little later past this time, but you know what I'm talking about. Blockbuster. Again, if I didn't put it childhood, then I would just be lying to you. Just imagine this. It's Friday. You just finished a multiplication quiz. You get on the bus to go home. Mom gets home from work and she says, "Hey guys, do you want to go to Blockbuster?" Oh, snap. We all get in the car. We ride over to Blockbuster. They got different television shows, different movies, different video games. And then on top of that, they got the candy out in front. There was not a better place to be on a Friday night than Blockbuster. And you know what's crazy is nowadays you can rent 60, 70 movies if you wanted to. All you needed for Blockbuster, you just needed a cool 2 or 3. And that got your weekend going. I didn't like Kids Bop, man. I always liked the original versions of the songs they'd sing, but since my parents didn't like me listening to rappers talking about having sex with women at the age of 8, they gave me the Kids Bop version instead. And so hearing those lyrics were trash, but still, I remember the commercials, even though they were kind of annoying. I'm not going to say bad memories, but I'm going to put it at the end of good memories. Snuggie, I never touched the Snuggie. Couldn't tell you the texture at all. Now, Build-A-Bear. I'm gonna go ahead and put this bad boy. I'm gonna say I'm so perplexed. Top of good memories or back of great memories? I'll put it at the back of great memories because I remember what we had this one bear that they had made for me for my birthday, I think it was. And this dude had the whole Batman suit on. I was so happy. This thing was so dope. I don't remember what we named him, but Batman Bear, good memories. Build-A-Bear was a dope place to be. All right, next up we got his PlayStation. PlayStation. I'm not gonna put you top of S, but you right here, boy. I had every single one of these consoles. I had the PlayStation Portable, the PSP, I had the PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation 3. Dude, the amount of games I used to play on each one of these consoles could fill up years of my lifetime. God of War, you had Modern Warfare 2, Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Dexter. Don't even need to go on. I just had a great childhood with PlayStation. PlayStation really knew what they were doing. Nintendo, same thing. Nintendo is probably higher than PlayStation. And the only reason I say that is because of the Nintendo Wii alone. Sure, I played a lot of PlayStation, but you could not get me off of Dance Dance Revolution on the Wii. You couldn't get me off of Guitar Hero 3 on the Wii. You couldn't get me off of Super Mario Sluggers on the Wii. The different Mii games that they had, Wii Sports. Come on, dude, that's a childhood right there. These kids need to get off Roblox and get on Wii Sports. That'll really get you a good childhood. Microsoft Windows. This is just like computer, right? I'll still probably put you in childhood. The question is where. You know what? I'll put you right here. I was a big Facebook guy, right? So this you needed Windows, you needed a computer, and the computer had Windows. And I used to play this game Miscrits. I probably got at least 40, 50 hours on that game for sure, maybe days. Dude, yeah, no, my Windows is childhood for sure. Club Penguin, same thing. But we're gonna put you. Ooh, I'm gonna put you just behind Blockbuster. Freaking Club Penguin. It's such a shame that they had to close down. I'm pretty sure they made some sort of remake or whatever. Somebody did. But dude, I would remember back when I was in like seventh or eighth grade after being off of Club Penguin for like 3, 4 years, trying to sign back in and them telling me I'd been gone for 1,000 days. I was like, wow, time has really flown. But you had your own igloos. You could make friends. You could do side missions. I remember I used to get the little plushies because you had the little, like the card jutsu thing up at that temple where you would, yeah, man, it was, oh man, what a time to be alive. Club Penguin was dope. I'd be on there with all my boys. Club Penguin is childhood for sure. Littlest Pet Shop. I'm gonna say this might be the first bad memories. I'm putting bad memories. This was more girl stuff. A lot of girls would have the little keychains, I believe. They had the little toys they would play at on recess or on the lunch tables. I don't even really remember any of the Littlest Play Shop like lingo or anything like that. So I'm putting it at bad memories. Disney Channel. Hmm. See, I'm gonna put this in the order of the best kids cartoon channels. Cartoon Network was one. Next was probably Nickelodeon, and third you'd put Disney Channel. Disney Channel for me, I started getting more into Disney Channel at like 12, 13, so still childhood, I guess, in a sense. But Phineas and Ferb was dope. It definitely had a bigger impact than the Pixar movies did, for sure. So I'm gonna put those right there. Next, we got those dang old Mighty Beans. Mighty Beans are for sure going probably top of great memories, borderline childhood memories. My mom got me a whole book filled with Mighty Beans. Well, the book wasn't filled with Mighty Beans. I had to fill the book with Mighty Beans just because I had so many, probably like 40 or 50 different Mighty Beans. They had the little drawings on them. They had the commercials for them. Whenever I'd see a Mighty Bean on what was it, eBay, I'd go ahead and ask my mom if she could buy it for me. And yeah, she would usually. And so I had a whole bunch of different unique Mighty Beans. Great memories, man. I love Mighty Beans. Roblox. I didn't play Roblox as a kid. Again, I was more Club Penguin. Club Penguin was more my thing. I didn't really touch Roblox. Nerf. You better believe we're going. We'll probably go right here, I think. In my whole childhood, I probably had at least 20 Nerf guns. Whenever you lose one or break one, just go right over to Target and get another one. Simple as that. We'd be having little gun wars with the buddies. I remember this specific one right here was a absolute dangerous machine to have. This thing would shoot probably at like 10, 15 miles. You could really feel the sting on this bad boy right here. But yeah, Nerf definitely has to be the top of childhood. All right, the iPod and the iPod Nano. Oh, see, this is good memories for sure, but I didn't have one of these as a kid. I was on the Juke phone, right? This was this little flip phone. I wasn't really on this much. Like my brother had, I knew some people that had one of these, and I'd play like Angry Birds, of course, but I was never really on this. I was outside playing football or basketball. And then, yeah, I wasn't really an iPhone kid as a child. That was more like seventh, eighth grade. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this. It was still good memories though. I'll put you right here. Chia Pet, just for the jingle alone. If I put Pillow Pet up here, I'm gonna put Chia Pet right here. Like who was out here buying a Chia Pet? What were you thinking buying a Chia Pet? Does anybody even know what a Chia Pet is? What it is this grass? I don't even know. This, I'm not even sure what this is. Ronald's Playhouse. Does this just constitute any? like jungle gym they had at McDonald's. Cause I had solid memories here. So I'll go ahead and put you at a good memories base. Probably right here. Cause I remember what I would do is get a nice like hotcakes, right? A nice order of hotcakes and an orange lava burst. And then after I was finished eating that stuff, I go ahead and play at that Ronald Playhouse. Dude, I just realized they had those electronic games, right? Has to go great players. Or great memories at least. I'm putting you right here. Dude, they had all the different video games in there, brother. I totally forgot about that. Mario Kart, you had Mario Party. Ronald's Playhouse wins. Chuck E. Cheese. Boy, if I don't put that in childhood, dude, my 6-year-old self would slap me in the face. I'm gonna put you right here, though. The countless birthday parties I went to at Chuck E. Cheese. I think I even had a Chuck E. Cheese birthday party. I was probably at like 1 or 2 birthday parties. But dude, Chuck E. Cheese had some great pizza. Great pizza, great attractions, great wins. You know what I'm saying? Great prizes. I never got anything over maybe 400 tickets. I just wasn't that dude. But the experience was fun. Toontown, I'm not going to say bad memory. You were always showing up when Disney Channel was around. Brother, I was not touching. I maybe touched Toontown once or twice. Still a good memory, though. They had the commercials for it. Gushers, I'm going to go ahead and put you top of great memories. You weren't on the level of the Lava Burst, but, you know, whenever they had a Gusher here and there, I'd probably buy one. Well, not me, my parents would. We get Gushers. I'd eat them. You know, they were all right. They were cool. I'm not going to say they were childhood flavor level, but, you know. All right, next up we got DreamWorks. And this one is what everybody probably thought I'd say for Pixar. DreamWorks killed it. Every movie they had, I loved it. These 3 movies specifically were my favorites growing up. So I'm going to put you guys. Why do I have windows in front of Pokemon? That's crazy. I'm going to put you right here. Shrek 2, one of my favorite kids' movies of all time. Kung Fu Panda, great movie. Madagascar series, loved it as a kid. It's going childhood for sure. DreamWorks, whenever you'd hear that, and then you see the little boy. Come on, brother, that was DreamWorks. Kid Cuisine, a great staple. The only reason I wouldn't go childhood is because I remember they had a chicken nuggets flavor. And as a kid, I couldn't stand chicken nuggets. So they gonna go back here. But they redeemed it with the pudding and the brownie. Then they also had the mac and cheese as well. Super good. All right, we got Toys R Us up next. Toys R Us has to go childhood for sure. Where was I buying silly bands if it wasn't at Toys R Us? Dude, Toys R Us was just the Amazon for kids' toys, to me at least. They had different remote control cars, the ones where you could actually get in and control them yourself, bikes, video games, action figures, whatever. They were the plug for anything you needed as a kid. If you wanted it, Toys R Us had it. And Toys R Us is going to childhood. The Zoo Pals. I'm going to go ahead again just because of the commercials. You're going good memories. I never bought a Zoo Pals plate in my life, but the Ribbit Zoo Pals, I'll put you in good memories for that. The Little Rollers. They used to have these at this gym I used to go to. They had an after school daycare kind of thing. And we used to ride these bad boys around all the time. Whenever it was summer camp, these things would pop out. Sometimes you get one with a bad wheel, but when you get one that had all 4 wheels working, you had a good day. I'm gonna put you top of great memories, though. Don't know what this is. This thing I never touched. All right, here we go. Here we go. Pop Tropica, top of. It's gonna be at least top 5. I'm gonna put Club Penguin in front of Pop Tropica. But Pop Tropica was cool. Some of you guys probably don't even know what Pop Tropica was. You go on funbrain.com. You go ahead and click on a little page that shows all the Pop Tropica little mascots or whatever. And they had different levels that you could beat. You could get medallions and different currencies to buy skins. Brother, it was just the place to be during school. If you had finished early on maybe like a math assignment online, or for us, we had this typing stuff that we had to do. And after you had crushed that, you could go on Fun Brain and play video games for the next like 15, 20 minutes. Man, that was just a good time to be alive. Cartoon Network, S. Nah, not even gonna explain myself. I'll put you guys right here. Billy and Mandy, Chowder, great shows, Codename Kids Next Door, top of childhood. Don't know what this is. Nickelodeon. Again, I'm trying to think now. I'm putting Nickelodeon in front of Cartoon Network. Because you gotta think, not only did they have the cartoon shows, but they also had the live action shows. They had George Lopez at nighttime. They had iCarly. They had Victorious. I stopped watching after Sam and Cat. Sam and Cat, I didn't even touch Sam and Cat. Cartoon Network had a lot of cartoons, hence the name. But then they had Dude, What Would Happen and like those bummy shows. I wasn't really watching those. So I'm gonna put Nickelodeon in front of Cartoon Network. I don't know what this is. And I don't know what this is. Now, this is Xbox. I'm sure they're talking Xbox 360. And unfortunately for the Nintendo Wii, I'm putting the Xbox in front. And it's 2 games alone that makes me do this. The first one is Modern Warfare 2. The second one is Madden 12 with Peyton Hillis on the cover. Those 2 games right there, I'm sorry, you just can't beat those. And then I had the Xbox, I think, a little longer than I had the Nintendo Wii. You know what? I think I'm crazy saying that. I'm putting the Wii in front of the Xbox. I'm sorry. Guitar Hero was too much fun. Dance Dance Revolution was too much fun. Wii Sports was too much fun. I'm sorry, I just couldn't put Xbox in front. Neopets. Back of the line. Ooh, nope. They had the online gaming. Sorry, Xbox was out in front. Heelys. It's going childhood for sure. But where am I gonna put you? I'm gonna put you right here. Fix this list around a little bit. See, Toys R Us was like a gift trip, right? Because we didn't live super close to the Toys R Us. So we would go maybe 2-3 times a year. So I can't put it in front of Silly Bands. I was rocking a Silly Band every day. Heelys, I put these right here specifically because I probably had 2 or 3 pairs of these. And my favorite pair had not race stripes, but fire on the logo. And I felt so fast running in those. And you couldn't tell me to this day that those fires didn't add +5 miles per hour on my rolls, right? Because when I got the regular Heelys, they didn't feel as fast as the ones with the fire on them. But yeah, you go to school, you can rock these out. I remember I used to get in trouble rolling around at school, I think. And then the other bad thing would be if you got caught in like one of those grooves in the sidewalk, you could be done. Twitter didn't have it. AOL Messenger didn't have it. Live Messenger didn't have it. Did not have the BlackBerry either. We got Facebook. Facebook is up here. This is where I would chat with all my buddies. Whenever I wasn't texting on the phone, I was on Facebook. And then I'm pretty sure I said it before, but there was this online game called Miscrits, which was basically a bootleg Pokemon. But you couldn't tell me the difference. They were both too much fun. I'm going to put this right here. PBS Kids. Nah, I wasn't with this. I wasn't with that at all. Now the grips are going right here. You know what? I lied. They're going in great memories. See, if it was just the chocolate chip ones, I would have put it childhood. But then I wasn't a fan of the cheesy ones, you know? It was like, I remember we used to get a bundle, right? Some of the bags would be the cheesy ones, and then the other ones would be the chocolate chip ones. And whenever the chocolate chip ones ran out, I just had to go with the cheesy ones, which kind of sucked, but it was better than nothing. The Animals, bad memory. Bad memory, front of bad memories. The commercials were super cool, right? But I remember actually tasting a Danimals Go-Gurt or whatever they called it, and I think it has actual strawberry in it, like actual fruit. And when I tasted that, you lost me there. I thought it was just maybe a strawberry smoothie, but they actually got strawberries in that thing, and I was like, nope, you lost me there. Ooh, boy, Yogos. Yogos gotta go great memory for sure. These were good. I never had these at the house, but during recess or like snack time, I would go ahead and bum some off of my buddies. And dude, these were the bomb right here. That strawberry flavor was good. All right, next up, this is going S. I don't know where it's going in S just yet, probably right here. We would do this in elementary school. What you would do is take this basically parachute, throw it up in the air, come inside and sit it on your butt, and it would basically form this little tent. And one game we would play is if you had the same color, right? You would have to go and like change sides. I don't remember exactly how it worked, but I know something like that. So yeah, it's going S for sure. Fruit roll-ups. They were cool. They were cool. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put these. I'll put these at the top of great memories. I remember you had the little tattoos you could put on your tongue whenever you would like lick it or put it on your tongue. You could go ahead, look in the mirror really quickly, and go see if the picture showed up on your tongue. Good stuff. All right, the Scholastic Book Fair. These only happened, I believe, 2 or 4 times. It was either once every quarter or once every semester. But hands down, this is going S, childhood, for sure. I probably dropped at least $200 at the book fair over my whole career, not in just one trip. You gotta be crazy. But dude, they would have the different stands with all the different pop-ups and everything like that, with all the different books you could buy. You had the crazy pens, pencils. We had Smensels too, I believe. Smensels were crazy. You take the top off, you pull out the pencil, and it smelled just like whatever the flavor said on the top of the pop. Crazy. Dunkaroos, not a fan. Or I didn't have them. Uh, I don't even remember what these are called. Didn't grow up with this. Go-Gurt, bad memories. I did not like Go-Gurt, but they were better than Danimals. Never had Nesquik. Ooh, these are the. Yeah, nah, you better stop. You better stop, boy. These cookies came out, brother. I was out there begging. I was out there begging for these cookies. A girl would pull up with these in a Ziploc bag. I'm like, hey, yo, let me get some. And what was crazy to me is that snack time, it was super simple. All I had to do was get up maybe 5 minutes early, grab a Ziploc bag, and grab a snack. But dude, I was out there slumming, begging people for snacks during snack time. It was crazy. But yeah, these are going nuts for sure. They were too good. Rats didn't grow up with. These are Beyblades. We going a lot of S today. A lot of S. Dude, the first time I saw a Beyblade, I was just blown away. You roll the little ball and then it turns into a dragon. I was like, yo, where do I get some of this stuff? And then next thing you know, I had like 12, 13 different Beyblades. They got the little HPs on the little balls or whatever. I'm gonna put you right here. Don't know what this is. Tech decks. Tech decks were cool. I'm gonna put you right here though. See, I wasn't really the guy who was doing the flips. I was the guy who was collecting the cool little, like, not bobbleheads, but the little toys that the tech decks came with. You remember they had those little like toys, and the guys had like big old cheesy grins, and there was like different styles and whatever. I was collecting those dudes more than I was collecting the tech decks. So those still go great memories though. All right, the Razor Scooter. Razor Scooter, that bad boy is going. I'll put you at the top of great memories. I didn't own a Razor scooter, but I would always use my friend's scooter. And I never did tricks, right? But you was always just riding around in the street, going to the park, going to the pool or whatever. And sometimes a buddy had an extra scooter for you, or option two, he would just walk and you would take the scooter. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely a great memory there. Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I don't even think I gotta discuss it. Putting these bad boys, they weren't as good as Pokemon cards, but I'm gonna put these bad boys right here. RuneScape didn't touch. Beanie Babies didn't touch. Newground Games definitely was on this. I don't remember the specific games. One of them, I believe, was called Max Bike. I played that religiously. So I'm gonna put you right here. Put you right there. Yeah. Deviant Art. I don't even know what that is. Cool Math Games is going S. I'm sorry. Cool Math Games is going S. It was definitely better than Newgrounds. Ooh, I don't know about that. I might switch these two. Yeah, I'm gonna switch these two. Newgrounds, dude. Saturdays, I'd pull out my laptop. I'd be on Newgrounds playing Max Bike, whatever game they had on. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember the site, but these bad boys knew how to make a computer game back in the late 2000 or the early 2010s. And yeah, unfortunately, these last two, I don't even know what these are. So let me look over this list really quickly. YouTube at the top. I don't know. I'm putting Xbox in front. Yeah, for sure. But YouTube was definitely big. It has to be top three. So yeah, looking at this, I don't hate this list. There's probably a few things you could switch around here and there. But yeah, I Razer at the top though. I don't think so. I'm gonna put you right here. And I'm gonna put you right here. Yeah, but I'm actually liking this list. Yeah, I think I'm done here. There was actually quite a few things I didn't grow up with, but I definitely grew up with this stuff for sure. And yeah, it was good to reminisce on life, back when times were simpler. But now you got a job, you got freaking bills and things like that you got to worry about. So it's time to go. It's fun to go back and look at how life once was.